जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग गंधार गिरिधारी श्री श्री राधा विनोद बिहारी जू की जय। श्री गोपन गोपीनाथ मदन मोहन जू की जय। नित्यालोक विश्व विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीमार भक्ति वेदांत नारायण गोस्वामी महाराज श्री गुरुदेव की जय। नित्यालोक विश्व विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीमार भक्ति वेदांत वामन गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। नित्यावल्लभ विष्णु विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर शतश्रीमद् भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। नित्यावल्लभ विष्णु विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर शतश्रीमद् भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। नित्यावल्लभ विष्णु विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर शतश्रीमद् भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय। नित्यावल्लभ विष्णु महाभगवत श्री गोक्षर बाबूजी महाराज की जय। नित्यालोक विश्व शुभ सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। नित्यालोक विश्व वैष्णव सागर गोम श्री जगन्नाथ दास बाबूजी महाराज की जय। श्री रूपानु गौरिय गुरु वर्ग की जय। श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्टदास रघुनाथ शारद गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय। श्री स्वरूप दामोदर राय रामानंदारी श्री गौर पार्षद वृंद की जय। नाम चैत्र हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासरी गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री क्षेत्र मंडल गौर मंडल व्रज मंडल मथुर वृंदावन धाम की जय। सर्व अविष्ट प्रदात गिरिराज महाराज की जय। श्री राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड की जय। श्री मुन देवी गंग देवी की जय। श्री तुलसी महारानी वृंद देवी की जय। श्री भक्ति देवी की जय। श्री पूर्णमासी योगमाया की जय। श्री गोपेश्वर महादेव की जय। श्री कार्तिक व्रत नियम सेवा की जय। उर्ज व्रत की जय। उर्जेश्वरी रासेश्वरी श्री विश्वनंदिनी श्रीमती राधा ठाकुरानी की जय। जय श्री जय नित्य विश्व विष्णुपाद शिल भक्ति विज्ञान भारती गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। नित्य विश्व विष्णुपाद शिल भक्ति शिल भक्ति वल्लभ तीर्थ गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। नित्य विश्व विष्णुपाद श्रीमद शिल भक्ति दाई माधव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। नित्य विश्व विष्णुपाद श्रीमद भक्ति भक्ति प्रमोद पुरी गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। नित्य विश्व विष्णुपाद शुतर शुत भक्ति रक्ष भक्ति रक्षक श्रीधर गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। तदीय शुभ आविर्भाव तिथि की जय। जय श्री sorry, did I say आविर्भाव तिथि? Yeah, it is his आविर्भाव तिथि। जय श्री वीरचंद्र प्रभु की जय। तदीय शुभ आविर्भाव तिथि की जय। जय श्री सखी चरण दास बाबूजी महाराज की जय। श्री शुभ थिरुवार तिथि की जय। जय श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। समागत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। Hare Krishna, Dandavat pranams. Oh, actually, let's do the Mangalacharna first and then I'll talk. अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। गुरुवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। पञ्चकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतिषे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वृंदाय तुलसीदेवाय प्रियाय केशवस्य च Krishna Bhakti Padadevi Satyavatai Namo Namaha. Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, and I didn't do, let's recite the meditation verse on Shishi Radha Damodar. Anga Shamalima Chata Viravito. One second, let me just, okay. Angashamalimachataviravito Mandikritendavaram Jadyam Jagurarochisam Vidadatam Pattambarasya Priyam Vrindaranya Vilasinam Hridilasar Tamabhiramodaram Radhaskandha Niveshito Jvalabhujam Laye Damodaram. Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranams, dear devotees. Let's see. Um, I actually started on time today. It's not, I don't think I've done that yet, this whole Kartik. So nobody's joined on Zoom yet, because I think everybody's used to me being 10 minutes late every day. But I see a bunch of devotees on YouTube. I see Ganga Mataji, Shubhananda Prabhu, Rohini Nandan Prabhu, and I see a few other devotees. I don't know who you are. If you write a comment, I'll see your name. But yeah, that's everybody. Guessing Indira Mataji and Raseshwari Mataji are there. And also pranams to all the devotees watching in the future, like Shachi Devi, Jayadev Prabhu, um, Krishna Rose, and Ananda Pradini, and everybody else. Haribol. Oh, and Jayashri. Haribol, Jayashri. That, that happens automatically every now and then. Um, so the Wi-Fi is not working right now. Um, so I don't know how good this connection is going to be. If it gets too choppy or anything like that, let me know. Then maybe I can try to connect to a different thing. So today is the appearance day of Nitya Pravishra Shishimad Bhakti Rakṣaka Śrīdhara Gosvāmī Mahārāja, the appearance day of Nityananda Prabhu's son, Virachandra Prabhu, and the disappearance day of Saki Charan Das Babaji Maharaj. So I thought what we could do today is read, we recently read this in-depth biography. I think we had like 5 readings of that, of Śrīla Bhakti Rakṣaka Śrīdhara Gosvāmī Mahārāja. How long, that was like a couple months ago? I forgot exactly. But today I thought we could read the biography written by Śrīla Bhakti Vallabha Tirtha Goswami Maharaj in his book Sri Chaitanya and His Associates. Then I thought we could read an article by Śrīla Bhakti Rakṣaka Śrīdhara Goswami Maharaj. I just picked a random article. I don't think I've ever read it before. It's called Service is Self-Giving. But with Śrīla Goswami Maharaj, anything you read is like the most profound thing ever. So yeah, we could read that article, and then afterwards, I thought we could read again from Śrīla Bhakti Vallabha Goswami Maharaj's book about Veera Chandra Prabhu. So on Haribo Madhav Prabhu and Anadi Krishna Prabhu Haribo. All right, so let's begin. Actually, we'll recite Śrīla Bhakti Rakṣaka Śrīdhara Gosvāmī Mahārāja's Pranam Mantra. Gotta open where else here. Devyam Devyatanum Suchandavadanam Palarka Chelanchitam Sandranandapuram Sareka Vairagya Vidyam Buddhim Shri Siddhanta Nidhim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Varam Vande Tang Shubhadam Areka Sharanam Nyasishvaram Śrīdharam. The translation is, I offer my obeisance unto my Lord Śrīla Bhakti Rakṣaka Śrīdhara Gosvāmī Mahārāja, whose speech is most pleasing, whose divine form is adorned with garments the color of the newly risen sun, who is an abode of intense ecstatic devotion, who is the sadhu's sole choice, who is an ocean of renunciation and knowledge, who is a treasure house of perfect conclusions, who is resplendent with pure devotion, who is the best of Srila Saraswati Thakur's followers, who is the giver of all good, who is the leading general of the Tridandi sannyasis, and who is my sole shelter. And while we're at it, let's just recite the pranam mantra that he wrote for Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada. Shri Siddhanta Saraswati Tividito Kodiya Gurvanvaye Bhato Bhanuriva Prabhata Gagane Yogora Sankirtanai Maya Varati Mingilo Daragatan Udritya Jivaniman Krishna Prema Sudabdika Hana Sukham Pradat Prabhum Tam Bhaje. So the meaning is, I serve my Lord, who is known as Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Within the Gaudiya Sampradaya's lineage of gurus, he shines like the sun in the morning sky. Through the Sankirtan of Sriman Mahaprabhu, he rescues the souls engulfed within the belly of the Timangila of illusionism, and he bestows upon them the ecstasy of swimming in the nectarian ocean of divine love for Krishna. Wow. Okay, so now we will begin reading from Sri Chaitanya and his Associates by Śrīla Bhakti Tirtha Goswami Mahārāja. On Haribo, Yashoda Didi, and Champak Mataji. Śrīla Bhakti Rakṣaka Śrīdhara Gosvāmī Mahārāja was born in Hampaniya, West Bengal in 1895. The pastimes of his youth were spent in learning, and he naturally excelled in every subject that he took up. From his childhood, his tendency was toward the culture of faith in God and the study of the Vedas, Upanishads, and other scriptures. He received the sacred thread according to his family tradition when 14 years old, and his affinity for the divine world kept on increasing. In his early years, he was especially attracted to Lord Ramachandra, but later, when he came in contact with the doctrine of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he began to read Bhagavad Gita and developed an attraction for Lord Krishna. After completing his primary and secondary education, Srila Śrīdhara Mahārāja entered Krishnanath College in Behrampur, in the district of Murshidabad, Bengal. After 4 years of study, he graduated with a Bachelor of Arts degree in philosophy. For some time, Srila Śrīdhara Mahārāja was searching for a sadhu initiation, but he could not find anyone to his liking. Then, by the grace side, then, it says my internet connection is unstable. Anyhow, at least I have it on the screen also, so if it cuts out, you could at least read what I'm saying. Then, by the grace of the Almighty, Srila Śrīdhara Mahārāja met his eternal guide and preceptor, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and in 1927 became his initiated disciple. And I think Srila Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, he entered Nitya Lila in 1937, right? So I guess that means Śrīla Gosvāmī Mahārāja was with Srila Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada for 10 years in his manifest pastimes. In 1930, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur awarded Srila Śrīdhara Mahārāja sannyas and bestowed upon him the name Bhakti Rakṣaka, meaning guardian of devotion. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur saw in Srila Śrīdhara Mahārāja the ability he saw in him the ability to perfectly protect the Gaudiya Vaishnava line from misrepresentation and misconception. After reading Srila Śrīdhara Mahārāja's Sanskrit compositions glorifying Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur remarked, so I think it's called the Bhakti Vinod, what is it called? Viraha something Dashakam. Anyway, so after reading that, Srila Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, he said, now I am satisfied that after I leave, there will be at least one man who can represent my conclusions. Bhakti Siddhanta. Srila Śrīdhara Mahārāja was recognized for his vast understanding and realization of the Shastra, and thus his guru also awarded him the title Shastra Nipun, meaning one who is very expert or intelligent in understanding the meaning of Shastra. Not only was Srila Śrīdhara Mahārāja recognized by his guru for his advancement in Krishna consciousness, but he was also recognized by many of his affectionate godbrothers for his seniority. Many of them, such as Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Saranga Goswāmī Mahārāja, Srila Bhakti Dait Madhav Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, and many others considered him to be their Shiksha Guru. Once, in a letter, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada commented as follows. He said, what Sripad Śrīdhara Mahārāja has directed, I take it on my head. He is my ever well-wisher. After the departure of Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur, it is appropriate that I should accept his direction. I got direction from him that I shall live in this country forever. Sometime after the passing away of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur in 1936, Srila Śrīdhara Mahārāja established his own temple, Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, on the banks of the sacred Ganga in Navadvip Dham, the holy land of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Having deeply assimilated the teachings of Sri Chaitanya, Srila Śrīdhara Mahārāja began composing original texts. His first work, Sri Prapanna Jivanamrita, was a comprehensive scriptural study of Sharanagati, of surrender. Srila Śrīdhara Mahārāja composed numerous songs, prayers, and commentaries in Bengali and Sanskrit. Among these important works are his commentaries on Bhaktivinoda Thakur's Sharanagati, Bengali translations of Bhagavad Gita and Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, and his own original Sanskrit poem summarizing Chaitanya Lila, the Prem Dham Deva Stotram. An outstanding contribution to the Rupanuga Gaudiya Sampradaya is Srila Śrīdhara Mahārāja's commentary on Gayatri Mantra, called the Gayatri Nigurartha, following the Siddhanta of Srimad Bhagavatam. The senior members of the Gaudiya Vaishnava community deeply appreciated all the literary works of Srila Śrīdhara Mahārāja. The well-known, if not famous, disciple of Saraswati Thakur, Srila Akinchana Das Babaji Maharaj, used to say, I think this is referring to Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj, Akinchana Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj. So he used to say, I find the writings of Sripad Śrīdhara Mahārāja to be not different from those of Narottam Das Thakur. And we know Akinchana Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj, I think he even memorized the entire the entire, what is it, Prem Dham Deva Stotram. There's recordings of him singing it, at least. And I think it's 70 verses long or something. And they're big verses. And yeah, he has it all memorized. Many enlightened souls have proclaimed the greatness of the Gayatri Nigurartha, his commentary on the Gayatri Mantra, as the supreme wealth of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Śrīla Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj wrote, Śrīdhara Mahāraja's explanation of Brahma Gayatri, the mother of all the Vedas, indicating how it is centered on the meditation of Srimati Radharani, was revealed to him in the depth of his realization. It is the result of Paramaradhya Sri Srila Prabhupada, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's divine grace on him. This explanation is deeply appreciated by those fortunate, intelligent devotees who are aware of the relishable beauty of pure devotional service. Param Pujapad Śrīdhara Dev has presented the world with this most beautiful, full-fledged explanation of Gayatri, the mother of Shruti, after realizing the deepest meaning of Srimad Bhagavatam. He has shown us the treasure of the most beautiful, opulent wealth of the supreme reality, that the loving adoration of Varenya Bhargo, who is a supreme loving worshipper, ecstasy giver, and internal potency of the supremely worshipable Sri Lila Purushottam Dev, is the best way to attain the grace of Sri Krishna. Gayatri is the benevolent source of pure devotional inspiration and intelligence required to attain the grace of Sri Krishna, the divine Lord of this universe, and is the exclusive meaning of the expression of Shavalach Shamalam Prapadye in the Upanishads. In the Gayatri Nigurartha, Srila Maharaj has written, Dvadesha tat savitor varenya vihitam kshetragya se vyartakam bhargo vai vrishabhanu jatma vibhavaikaradhana Shri Puram Bhargo Jyotir Achintya Lilana Sudaikaradhana Shri Puram Bhargo Dhama Taranga Kelana Sudaikaradhana Shri Puram Bhargo Dhama Sada Nirasta Kuhakam Pragyana Lila Puram Devasyamrita Rupa Lila Rasadhera Radhadhi Presina Devasyamrita Rupa Lila Purushasya Radhadhi Preshina Devasya Dyuti Sundaraika Purushasyaaradhya Dhi Preshina Gayatri Muralishta Kirtana Dhanam Radhapadam Dhimahi Gayatri Gaditam Mahaprabhu Matam Radhapadam Dhimahi Dhir Aradhanam Eva Nanyaditi Tad Radhapadam Dhimahi. The meaning of all that Sanskrit is, with all of your thoughts and heart's desire, fully engage yourself in the pure devotional service and worship of Bharga, the supreme goddess Srimati Radharani, who is the unlimited origin and possessor of the Swarup Shakti of Krishna, the supreme beautiful Godhead, Deva. Being the ultimate and all-harmonizing potency of Krishna, she remains his eternally unexcelled beloved servitor. In order to fully enrich and promote his Lila Vilas, she manifests herself in variegated congenial forms. It is she who manifests herself as the Dham, as Goloka, the abode of Krishna, in the form of beautiful effulgence, Saundarya Jyoti, and opulence, Vaibhav, adorning and glorifying him all around. It is she who extends herself as Lila Shakti, the potency principle which promotes the bliss-giving pastimes of Sri Krishna in variegated, colorful, tasteful, mystically opulent, and beautiful ways. She is the unlimited ocean of love of Krishna personified. She is Mahabhav Sarupini. Therefore, adore her as the supreme goal of life, who gives venerable, blessed intelligence, realization, and taste of enhanced loving worship towards her, and her eternal beloved Dev, Sri Krishna, the all fulfillment of life. The sound of Gayatri is none other than the divine flute song of Krishna. This flute song is naturally filled with Radha Prem and dedicated to serve pleasure unto her. What is the special characteristic of this all-attractive flute song in the life of devotional aspirants? It deeply attracts all souls to the unending beauty, glories, and qualities of his eternal beloved Srimati Radharani, and situates them correctly in their own respective positions in her eternal ecstatic service. Krishna's flute song thus deeply inspires the devotees to embrace an artist servitor in the divine service concert of his eternal consort, Srimati Radharani, through harmonious service performance. Don't fully understand that. Inspires the devotees to embrace an artist servitor. Anyways, it's so the innermost meaning of this flute song for all devotees is Radha Padam Dhimahi, which means to wholeheartedly embrace and engage yourself in the service of the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani with all devotional love. The highest and innermost instruction of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Radha Padam Dhimahi. Krishna is Dev, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who reveals his pastimes of love in the eternal Goloka Vrindavan, surrounded by his devotees imbued with wonderful love of God. The honorific suffix Dev was given to Śrīla Śrīdhara Mahārāja's name as Śrīdhara Dev. Okay, wait, sorry. now it's Śrīla Bhakti Rakṣaka Gosvāmī Mahārāja again from this point on. So Krishna is Dev, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who reveals his pastimes of love in the eternal Goloka Vrindavan, surrounded by his devotee, imbued with wonderful love of God. The honorific suffix Dev was given to Śrīla Śrīdhara Mahārāja's name as Śrīdhara Dev Gosvāmī, due to his ability to reveal the inner meaning of the Supreme Lord's divine pastimes of love to the sincerely aspiring devotee. The way that Śrīla Śrīdhara Mahārāja spoke of the Supreme Lord's pastimes was absolutely wonderful. His voice and every movement were filled with divine love for Godhead. He was, as one disciple exclaimed, beauty, sweetness, and charm in motion. At an advanced age, in his fully matured stage of realization, Śrīla Śrīdhara Mahārāja spoke extensively before devotees who had come from around the world to hear the teachings of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur and the great predecessor acharyas from him. These talks were recorded on audio and videotape and transcribed. They continue to be published by Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math and Śrīla Śrīdhara Mahārāja's many affectionate followers and admirers. During the last days of his manifest pastimes, Śrīla Śrīdhara Mahārāja remained always absorbed in deep moods of devotional separation and hankering for the divine service of Shri Shri Radha Govinda. Then in 1988, on the Amavasya, or dark moon night of the month of July, Śrīla Śrīdhara Mahārāja withdrew his manifest presence from this earthly plane to enter the Nitya Lila, the eternal pastimes of the Supreme Lord. At present, the teachings of Śrīla Śrīdhara Mahārāja are being spread throughout the world through the noble efforts of his many loyal and dedicated followers. Bol Hari Bol. Right. So now we will read, what are we reading? This article by Śrīla Śrīdhara Gosvāmī Mahārāja, which appeared in Raise of the Harmonist. What issue? I think it's, okay, it's Raise of the Harmonist, number 12, Gaur Purnima edition 2013. Sorry, I meant to say 2003. And this was originally from, where is it originally from? Courtesy of Shripad B.P. Rishikesh Maharaj. So service is self-giving. Shrimad Bhakti Rakṣaka Śrīdhara Gosvāmī Mahārāja. Invite death at every point in your life. Learn to give yourself. Learn to die a so-called death. Embrace it at every second. In this political and social world, everything is at the cost of life. And every duty, at every step, they are ready to give up their lives for that do or die conception. One who accepts such a principle of life is sure to progress, a do or die conception, that principle. And this progress will be very, very intense. Do or die. You are to live with such an attitude. At every point, you are ready to do anything at the cost of your life. You will be a great success if you serve with this spirit at heart. When you are approaching that special spiritual substance, that high spiritual life, you are to invite death at every point of your life. The most intense desire you can have is to desire, the most intense desire you can have is to desire do or die at every point in your life. The guarantee is, I shall attain that or I shall die. You are to approach the divine sounds, the holy name, with this spirit of self-giving. No giving, no getting. No risk, no gain. If you want to give with such intensity of nature, then you will be adored as a candidate, a bona fide candidate of that spiritual world. So self-giving is necessary. Service means self-giving, self-dedication. That should be our attitude in approaching the higher plane. In this way, all the coatings of the material ego will vanish one by one, and the genuine substance from within will come out and select its own soil. This is my home. This is my sweet home. Real fortune is acquired by self-giving. So many coverings cause us to deviate in different directions. These foreign things are taking us far, far away from our Swarup, the noble self of a servant in the highest plane of the whole organism. The beautiful, that's capital B, so Krishna, the beautiful, is playing and dancing in his own sweetness and affection. We can reach him there, but we have to follow this course of do or die at every moment. We can acquire our fortune through self-giving, and not by sitting in one place and collecting information about different places. What utility can we get from collecting that information? What benefit can we derive from it? As a master, I sit in my room, in my chair, and I will gather different information to be utilized for my self-interest. This kind of mentality is not acceptable. The process of self-giving is given by Śrīla Rupa Gosvāmī. Adaushada tata sadhu sangota bhajana kriya tato narta nivritti syat tato nishtas ruchistata tata shaktis tato bhavas tata prema bhutanchati sadhakanam ayam premna pradhurbhave bhavet kramam. That's Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1:4, verses 15 to 16. Adau Shraddha means to go forth with this faith, to do or die at every point in your life. Not in the physical sense, of course, but in the internal sense, the ego. Embrace the 24-hour connection. Bhajana Kriya means self-giving with the spirit of do or die. Self-giving, inner self-giving, ego-giving. If you can adopt this process, then the undesirable things within you will disappear very easily and quickly. Then Nishta will come, and you will find a continuous connection with this sort of principle in your life. This principle will act continuously in you, and other fleeting mean desires will not be able to approach you or touch you. You will then find ruchi, you will then find ruchi, a taste, a real taste for that most charming substance. Otherwise, before that continuous connection with him, whatever taste we think we possess is all treachery. It is not real taste. We want a 24-hour continuous connection with that charming substance. Real taste will come after we attain that continuous 24-hour connection in divine thought of him. That taste we can rely on. The taste we may find when we are in other positions is not reliable, but the taste that comes from a 24-hour connection eliminates all other charms of this world and is reliable. That ruchi, that taste will guide us. Then asakti comes, and then bhav. There are so many signs when you get to that bhav stage. This bhav bhakti expresses itself as a ray of the sun of prema. In this way, we are to progress through the process of self-giving. Our Guru Maharaj especially stressed this point and attracted us to this way of making progress. No imitation is allowed, as it has no good effect. We will imitate for some time. Then we will make some offenses that will disqualify us. This will slow down our progress in the process of self-giving. It may even bring it to a complete stop. If we are taken to the examiner and we get a stamp of disqualification, it will hamper our future progress. So, aparad, offense, we must be very careful about this. That circle records this as a discredit, a disqualification. The examiners will give a stamp of disqualification for aparad, a criminal offense. It makes us unfit and will go against us. Therefore, we shall be very much careful not to commit any offense. We should remain newcomers. I love this. We should remain newcomers, always seeking a new introduction. We should not have a criminal record against us. We must always be careful to protect ourselves from committing any offenses against the devotees. It will slow down our spiritual progress. Learning the gifts of giving yourself. When we follow the highest object of our eternal life, we must be very, very careful. This warning was especially given by our Guru Maharaj, Sevon Mukhe. We were not allowed to read much, even about ordinary subjects dealing with sadhana, devotional practices, what to speak of the higher literatures. But we were encouraged by Shravana Kirtana, hearing from the real source and doing accordingly. In this way, by serving, learn to give yourself. Learn to give yourself properly. There are many methods of service: Shravan, hearing; Kirtan, chanting; Smaran, remembering; Vandan, praying, etc. Śrīla Rupa Gosvāmī has mentioned 64 kinds of devotional practices, and 1,000 kinds of devotional practices are further mentioned. Wow, 1,000 kinds. Hari Bol Pramila Didi. Work under the guidance of a Vaishnava. Practices, however, are not very important. The very life of the practice is all important, and that is self-dedication, self-giving. So be very particular to learn dedication and self-giving. This means practically to work under the guidance of a Vaishnava devotee, getting ready to work under a proper agent. This will help you a great deal to learn, to practice what is dedication to that sweet Lord. A guidance must come from those above you. It is very rare, but it is most valuable to us. Whatever directions are coming from above, we must selflessly embrace them as all in all. This is the clue. This is the key to the hidden treasures in your heart. I will not work with my whims or serve men on my level, but I shall very eagerly obey what directions come from the above plane. This is service proper, and it will be a real help for progressing on the path of dedication and self-giving. Once, in his final days, our Guru Maharaj said to a sannyasi who had led a full 20 years in service to the mission. So our Guru Maharaj said to him, "You did not see me. You could not see who I am. Like a jamindar, you have kept some householder servitors under you, and from time to time, you tried to give something from them to me. You have become a broker. You are keeping something under you. And now and then, you try to give some contribution from them to me. You are a broker, but you should be wholesale mine, my agent. Whatever service you do in this world, you do it on my behalf, as you are only my agent. But you are not acting according to this truth. You are dependent on those householders while keeping a connection with me. This is not necessary. You are not a member of this world. You are mine alone. Whatever I say to you, you should do that and not sell yourself to any proposal of this world. You are wholesale my servant." It is rare to find what is necessary for our progress. It comes from a higher plane to substantiate that reality within us. It comes from a higher plane, and to substantiate that reality within us, we must surrender ourselves to it. Virachaya mai dandam dina bandho dayami vagatiriha Virachaya mai dandam dina bandhu dayami va gatir ihan nabhavatta tachiranya mamasti nipatatu shatakoti nirbharam va navambha tarapikila payoda stuyate chatakena. The chatak bird is a kind of bird that only drinks rainwater from above. This class of bird is always looking high in the sky for raindrops to fall. There may be much water available here on the ground, but they will not take a drop of it. They are waiting for that rain of water that comes from above. Sufficient rainwater may come, or thunder may come. Sufficient rainwater may come, or thunder may come. Still, they will not take a single drop from the earth. Our attitude should be like this. Whatever directions come from above, we shall take on our heads as our life and soul. But we shall never take any plan from this mundane world. The director, the master, the Lord is there, and I am connected with him. This sort of practice is helpful. We may take the holy name or hear devotional musical chants, but the very life will be that it is coming from the above place, and I am carrying out that order. In this way, I may be taken above to the higher planes. I shall be directed to the higher layers, and I may go there eternally. I am preparing myself only to carry out this spotless, uncolored order, and to surrender to it without questions. If we are sure it is coming from the higher layer, then we shall live selflessly at his disposal. We want selfless service to the higher source, not to any mundane source. This is necessary for real progress in the line of self-dedication and self-giving. This is service. There are so many signs and symptoms to indicate the higher directions descending from Gurudev. We shall wholeheartedly embrace the directions given by Gurudev. Truth cannot come within our jurisdiction. The sum and substance is that by obeying the directions from the higher, we can make progress towards higher planes. By serving the higher, we can hope to be selected by the higher. We may then be taken to that higher layer if our dedication is considered qualified. If we want to go towards that high superconscious region, this process of self-giving will be the main tenor of our lives. Revealed truths is necessary. No intelligence or reason can be applied here. No intelligence or reason can be applied here. If we apply any reason, we will be nowhere. A man who is expert in argument will defeat another man not so qualified, but the truth remains regardless. Intellect and reason have no position there, because truth, superconsciousness, and dedication do not come within the jurisdiction of intellect, knowledge, and reason. We can only invite that higher quest by serving, by honoring, by self-giving, and by heart-giving, never otherwise. It is not possible to enforce, capture, or encase him by any intrigue or by any conspiracy. This will have the opposite effect and is considered as a Satan in another color. God realization means Sharanagati, self-surrender unto him. We can approach him not only through self-abnegation, but with deep self-surrender. This self-surrender, Sharanagati, will put us in connection with the higher, nobler substance. This self-surrender, self-giving, is to be cultivated at all costs. Service is to God and not to Maya, misconception. We must be very careful that we are not serving a charming form of Maya. In the form of God, a godly form, some Maya is coming to take us away from our service. In our present position, we must be very attentive to whom we are serving. Important point. And this is the last page, just so you know. On Haribol Vidilala Sadhudu. Try to connect to where you are never the master. Jnane prayasamudupasyanamanta. That means to hatefully give up all proposals that the intellect offers to you, to hatefully throw out what your intellect comes to propose or give you. What the intellect is able to judge and accept or not accept, what is it able to judge and accept or not accept, must be of a lower type. So summarily, you are to reject it and understands that you must bow down your head, namanta eva. We are to approach the higher substance in this way. Try to connect with that section where you will always be a servant with folded palms and never a master. Such abnegation, such courageous of self-giving this is necessary if you want to live in the higher plane. Otherwise, you will become a master and reign in hell. It's better to be a servant in heaven than a master of hell, right? He says that in Satan's words, it is better to reign in hell to serve in heaven. It is better to reign in hell than to serve in heaven. But in wholesale self-giving, just the opposite is necessary. Even tears and cries will have no value if the inner tendency of self-giving is not awakened. Seva, service, is self-giving. So this seva, this service of self-giving, is the main principle of life into the devotee. This self-giving is really meant for the higher planes, and not here and there around us in this mortal world. Otherwise, this self-giving tendency may be captured by the hateful things of this perishable world. Jnana, knowledge, is supposed to be very, very pure and free from doubt. The majority of persons consider knowledge to be very innocent, as it does not mix with these gross material things. Higher personalities consider knowledge to be very pure, very innocent, and spotless. But if this knowledge is not connected with Krishna, it must be hatefully rejected. In Srimad Bhagavatam 1.5.12, it is written, Naishkarmyam apyachyuta bhava varjitam, nashobhate jnanam alam niranjanam, uta puna shashvara bhadramishvare, nacharpitam karma yarapya karanam. So the meaning of that is, knowledge is widely considered as pure, innocent, and spotless. But if it is not connected with the positive absolute good, then it is your enemy, and it will devour you. If you are to consider like that, then you will become a qualified candidate. This is Gyan Shunya Bhakti. Sharanagati, self-surrender, is so pure that connection with Gyan, which is considered to be very innocent and spotless, is also hatefully rejected. Such a degree of self-surrender is necessary for the higher association of devotion proper. Jnana karma dhyanavritam, the charm of material acquisition and the charm of mastery of knowing everything. These are both rejected. We do not know anything in the infinite. We do not know anything in the infinite, even in magnitude or quality. We cannot know anything in the infinite. We cannot know anything in the infinite. It is a flow of autocracy. What can we know? Okay, and this is the last section, last paragraph. The noble higher superconscious region. Knowledge does not mean to store so many false incidents and sell them to the world for some name and fame. No, that is to be hatefully rejected, given up. But service, unconditional self-giving, is noble and will take you to the higher superconscious region. Jnana and karma are both discouraged. We are to be discouraged from handling matter and knowledge. Knowledge will not apply in that plane of dedication. That is the plane of absolute will, the flow of the absolute autocracy, and no rule or regulation can work there. False gathering, false storing has no value there, no market value. No market is there. Therefore, only by self-surrender, self-giving, will you have such a high quality of devotion. So a serving or self-giving attitude is our friend. We are a unit of serving attitude. I like that. We are a unit of serving attitude. And service means to surrender to the higher. The higher means uncontaminated with material and intellectual. The higher means uncontaminated with material and intellectual acquisition. This sort of higher devotion swiftly carries us to his divine abode, where love, beauty, and charm reign supreme. Jai Śrīla Bhakti Rakṣaka Śrīdhara Gosvāmī Mahārāja ki jai. Okay, so that is our reading about Śrīla Bhakti Rakṣaka Śrīdhara Gosvāmī Mahārāja. I see there's only 5 minutes left. Let's see actually first if there is anything about Virachandra Rule here. Maybe type it in the chat. Also, we need to sing Damodara Ashtakam. I forgot to do that yesterday. Not gonna forget today. Virachandra. Okay, number 81. Oh, but this is 6 minutes. This would be a little bit long. I'll try to read really fast. Okay. So Shri Virachandra Prabhu, Virabhadra. Sankarshanasya yo vyuha ayogdishai namaka sa eva Virachandra bhut chaitanya bhinna vigraha. Kshirodaksha Vishnu, the expansion of Sankarshan, who sleeps on the ocean of milk, has become Virachandra, the son of Nityananda Prabhu. He is non-different from Chaitanya himself. Score Ganadishtipika 67. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna, is the origin of unlimited expansions and avatars. He is the avatari. His first expansion is the root Sankarshan, or Balaram. This same Balaram appeared with Lord Chaitanya as Nityananda Prabhu. Balaram's expansion, Mahasankarshan, has his abode in the Vaikuntha planets, and he in turn expands as the Purusha avatars in the world of creation of the universe. First as the Karanadakshay Mahavishnu, who lies in the causal ocean, then as Garbhadakshay Vishnu, who lies in the ocean within the individual universes, and finally as the Kshirodakshay Vishnu, who not only lies in the ocean of milk, but is the director of the individual universe and is present as the indweller of every living being within the universe. Also known as Aniruddha, Kshirodakshay Vishnu appeared in the course of Mahaprabhu and Sri Chaitanya's pastimes, as Virabhadra Prabhu, Aniruddha. He appeared in Mahaprabhu's pastimes as Virabhadra Prabhu, the son of Nityananda Prabhu, and his energy Vasudha Devi. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has written in his Chaitanya Charitamrita that Virabhadra is the best of all the branches of the Nityananda Prabhu trunk of the Chaitanya tree. This is in the 11th chapter of Adi Lila. It says, the best of all of Nityananda Prabhu's branches is Virabhadra Goswami. The sub-branches which grew out of his are unlimited in number. As with all Vishnu Tattvas, the three energies, Shri, Bhu, and Nila, Shaktis, are Shri Bhu is Bhakti, and Nila is Lila Shaktis, were all present in Virabhadra's Prabhu's life. His Shakti was named Shrimati, who appeared in the village of Jamatpur in the Hooghly district as the daughter of Yadunandanacharya and Vidyunmala Lakshmi. Now this is from Bhakti Ratnakara, 13th Vilas. It says, Yadunandan's wife Lakshmi was extremely chaste and devoted to her husband. Two daughters were born to her, Shrimati and Narayani, both of whom were startlingly beautiful. At Janava's behest, the fortunate Brahman gave both of his daughters in marriage to Virabhadra. Though Virabhadra Prabhu belongs to the category of Vishnu Tattva, he performed his pastimes like a devotee. And this is a quote from Adi Lila, that same chapter 11. The greatest branch coming out of the trunk named Nityananda Prabhu is Virabhadra Goswami, who also has innumerable branches and sub-branches. It is not possible to describe them all. Although he is the Lord of the creation, Virabhadra Prabhu presented himself as a great devotee. Though transcendental to all Vedic injunctions, he strictly followed the Vedic prescripts. Though the power of God was operating within him, out of sight to the world, he showed no pride. He is the main pillar holding up the edifice of devotional service to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It is by the glorious mercy of Sri Virabhadra Gosai that people all over the world now have a chance to chant the names of Chaitanya and Nityananda Prabhus. I therefore take shelter of the lotus feet of Virabhadra Goswami, for by his mercy all desires are fulfilled. Shri Narahari Chakravarti has written the following about Virabhadra Prabhu in his Bhakti Ratnakara. Maybe we'll read this, what Narahari Chakravarti Thakur wrote. Yeah, we'll stop very soon. I'm not going to read this off. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So Narahari Chakravarti Thakur explained in Bhakti Ratnakara Virabhadra Prabhu, the son of Nityananda Prabhu, was an ocean of virtue and redeemer of the world. There is no limit to his glories. So who can sufficiently glorify him? He is famed as the branch of Nityananda Prabhu, the root of all joy. The root of all joy. He is sometimes known as Virabhadra and sometimes as Virachandra. If anyone sees him even once, he will give up everything and make his lotus feet his all in all. So that was from Bhakti Rakṣaka, ninth vilas. Actually, it says 2 minutes left in the chapter. So do you mind if I just, right now it's 8:01, just read 2 more minutes? If you don't mind, so I'm going to go a little bit over time. Virabhadra Prabhu took initiation from Janava Devi. In his Anubhashya, Śrīla Bhakti Saraswati Goswami Thakur has written, Virabhadra Goswami had 3 disciples who were later celebrated as his sons. So there's Gopi Janavallabha, Ramakrishna, and Ramachandra. The youngest, Ramachandra, belonged to Kardaha. The eldest disciple, Gopi Janavallabha, was a resident of a village known as Lata, near the Mankor railway station in the district of Burdwan. The second, Ramakrishna, lived near Malda in a village named Gayeshpur. According to the 13th chapter of Bhakti Ratnakar, Virabhadra Prabhu took permission from his mother, Vasudha, to go to Vrindavan. Upon arriving there, he performed Vrajdham Parikrama with the blessings of Bhugarbha Goswami and Shri Jiva Goswami. The old Shamasundar temple in Karadaha has a manuscript of Srimad Bhagavatam that is hand-copied by Virabhadra Prabhu. Some hold that this was actually written by Nityananda Prabhu himself. Virabhadra Prabhu personally brought a piece of stone from which the deities Sham Sundar, Radha Vallabh, and Nanda Dulal became manifest. These deities are still worshipped in Karadaha, very beautiful deities. The ghat where the stone arrived is known as Shamasundar Ghat. Virabhadra Prabhu established the custom of celebrating the birth of Nityananda Prabhu at Karadaha. During this time, the offerings during the festival were prepared using 60 kgs of rice and equal amounts of other materials. The current managers of the Karadaha temple tell many other legends about the life of Virabhadra Goswami. The date of Virabhadra's appearance is given as Kartik Krishna Navami, which is today. The Gaudiya Vaishnava Abhidan, however, gives the date as Agrahayan Shukla Chaturdashi. Jai Shri Virabhadra ki Jai. We have a verse about him in the Gaudiya Giti Gucha, actually. I'm going to see it. Is it here? Anyhow, I'm going to do Jai Dhvani now. It says, Jai Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Shri Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Ju ki Jai Shri Govinda Gopinath Maran Mohan Ju ki Jai Jai Shri Gurudev ki Jai Jai Shri Param Gurudev ki Jai Shri Prabhupada ki Jai Shri Rupanu Gauriya Guru Varga ki Jai Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai Jai Shri Jai Shri Kartik Vrat Niyam Seva ki Jai Urja Vrat ki Jai Urjeshwari Raseshwari Shiva Shabanu Nandini Shrimati Radha Thakurani ki Jai Jai Shila Jai Śrīla Bhakti Rakṣaka Śrīdhara Gosvāmī Mahārāja ki Jai to the Shubh Avirvad Piti ki Jai Jai Shri Virachandra ki Jai Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai Nande Hari Haribol, so sorry about that. Um, I don't know what happened with the internet. Anyhow, okay, this is a song. Just I'm gonna do Nama. We'll sing Nama Mashara. I'm just showing this because it's a new thing in the songbook. Here it is. So there's a verse here. Okay. Oh, and Haribol. Oh, you can't hear anything? Haribol, Haribol. Looks like my mic is on. You still can't hear anything, huh? Write another comment if you still can hear me. Okay,
Hare
so in
Krishna.
the Gaudiya Kitikucha, there's this verse here. Vasudha Janava. Yes, Yashoda Didi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. It's a
Haribol?
little bit breaking, but it's very nice.
Okay.
Good volume. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So in the Gaudiya Kitikucha, there's this song, Pranamor Gorachand, and the last two verses are like this. Vasudha Janava Bandho, Duhi Thakurani जार पुत्र वीरभद्र जगते बखानी. I offer obeisances to Thakurani, Vasudha and Janaka. And Virabhadra is celebrated. I see what is happening. It keeps on trying to connect to the Wi-Fi, but the Wi-Fi is not working. And so that's why and so I just shut off the Wi-Fi. Okay. So, oh yeah, Dandava Pranams, Vidyalala Didi, Pramila Didi, Rohinandan Prabhu, Madhav Prabhu, Ganga Mataji, Visa Shubhanandu, right? Jai Shri Didi, Vidyalala Didi, everybody else. Right, so now, oh, and I know Indira Mataji, Raseshwari Mataji, and all the devotees watching. Sure, also Shachi Devi, Jai Devi, Krishna Rose, like that. Okay, so it's getting worse. This is so frustrating why the internet's so bad. Um, okay. We're gonna sing Damodarashtakam now. Damodarashtakam. Okay. Frozen now, huh? Can you hear me at least? Anyhow, if the internet's not working well enough, then yeah, you can just sing Damodarashtakam on your own. I'm just gonna sing it right now. Okay, now it's perfectly fine. Okay, okay, thanks. Namami. Okay, great, Jai. Cool. I really not done joking around. Okay. Okay. Namameshwara Ananda Rupa Kundalam Bole Yashodabhiyo Adhapa Atyanta Rudantam Nirjantam Karam Purna Satan Sakam Tha Sita Bhakti Bhaktam Alila So Oh, so sorry, everybody. I can't believe you're still here. Anyhow, I'll just continue, but and then Birananda Kunde Swagoshami Majantama Kyapayantam Tadiyeshita Gesho Bhaktarjita Tvam Puna Prematastam Shatavritti Vande Varam Deva Moksha Na Moksha Vademva Na Chanya Vrineham Harishadeha Deva Purnata Gopala Balam Sada Me Manasya Virastam Kiman Idang te mukhambojamavyakta nilai Vrittam kuntalai snigdharaktashtagopya Muhushum vittam bimbarakta dharane Manasya virastam alam lakshadabhai Namadeva damodarananta Vishnu Prasida prabhuduka jalakti Kripa drishti vrishyati dinavatanu Grihane shamam agyame dakshidrishai Kuveratmajo baddhamurtai vayadvat Tvaya mochito. Oh my God, we made it so close to the end. We're on the last verse. Okay, hopefully it won't work till the end. Kuveratma jo pada murta eva yadvat tvaya mochito bhakti bhajo krito cha tata prema bhaktin swakame prayacha namokshe graho me stidam udare Namaste Sudhamne Spuradhiptinamne Twadiyodharayatha Vishwasadhamne Namo Radhikaya Twadiyapriyaya Namo Nantalilaya Devaya Tubhyam Namo Radhikaya Twadiyapriyaya Namo Nantalilaya Devaya Tubhyam Radha Damodara, Radha Damodara, Damodara, Radha Damodara. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jai, Dandava Pranams. Thank you so much for staying all the way to the end, everybody. I'm going to end this video before the internet cuts out again. But yeah, wow, I can't believe you guys are so patient with the internet. I wouldn't have been that patient. All right, Haribol. Thank you so much. Jai Shri Radha. Haribol. See you all tomorrow. Oh, and what is tomorrow? That doesn't matter. I'm just going to stop the video before the internet cuts out again. I'll read it. Tomorrow is nothing. Okay, so we're going to read from Bhakti Rakṣaka again tomorrow. All right, Haribol. Yashoda Didi is saying, this signal case reminds me of trying to have darshan of deities when there are hundreds of devotees in front. Right. Haribol, Pramila, Didi, and everybody else. Haribol. See you all tomorrow.